Hello, good evening. Today, the 22nd of December 2023. To present Camnet Television News, my name is Jeffrey Ziambo. Our top stories in the news tonight: President HICHILEMA tells off the PF as he outlines Zambia's economic prospects. Divergent views continue on the formation of regional tribal groupings in Zambia. UPND members continue locking council officers, citing poor service delivery. In international news, Ghana legalizes cannabis cultivation for medical and industrial use. And in sports news, Chelsea seeks to end the year on a high note in the English Premier League. These are more stories coming up after the break.
Introducing Darren B, a touch of class. Are you looking for the perfect place to elevate your style and glam up? Look no further. Darren B Touch of Class is your one-stop destination for hair and makeup transformation. Walk into Darren B and walk out feeling like a star. Your transformation starts here. Call us on 0772 870 588 or WhatsApp on 0972 049 213 to book your appointment today. Payments are made via mobile money or point-of-sale machine. Strictly no cash payments. We are located along Mossy Road in Ibex Hill, fourth close on the left after Kalikiliki Police Post. At Darren B, we pride ourselves on our team of dedicated and trained personnel ready to pamper both women and children. Darren B is open 7 days a week from 0720 hours to 1740 hours. From trendy hairstyles and stylish makeovers to flawless makeup, we do it all. Darren B, a touch of class.
And now Camnet Television News in detail. An 8-year-old boy has been rescued from an abusive home by concerned Kalikiliki residents in Monali constituency. The concerned residents have expressed their displeasure with the manner in which the child is verbally and emotionally abused. Speaking to Camnet News, Kalikiliki residents say that it is disheartening that a child of his age should be treated like an outcast in his own father's house. More in this report.
Children have the right of being physically, mentally, and emotionally free from abuse. This is not the case for an 8-year-old boy of Kalikiliki compound who was allegedly being abused by his stepmother. Concerned residents on December 21st rescued the boy after noticing that he was fearfully staying away from his home due to threats lashed on him by his stepmother. One of the residents tell Camnet News that a child of that age must not go through such mistreatment.
Batate bake palibe mayi wake senzo sunga buna mwana but namukonka mayi wake anakamba kuti mwana 23 hours mwana wesinga mungenese munyumba mpaka batate bake baite bwanji babwere.
Meanwhile, another resident has urged couples to take care of their children regardless of whether they are biological parents or not.
Azimai gatufuna chikwati demekeza bana bamene wapezamu osati bajabana bamene wapezamu wambu bapisha pa nyumba na mwana kugona chigone mwana wa 5 years akazikuona maauti kamba kachikwati ine sina gondere bwino yayi sina chimvere bwino ninamvera kuipa after amai baleta mwana kuma 22 hours tunaenda kunyumba kuli bamai ba mwana tunawapeza amai bali mudo after twanokinga bamai bachoka tunabafunza amai uyu mwana ni mwana wa ndani ati ni mwana watu ni mwana wa ati ni mwana wa mwamuna ninapezamo mwana wo peza kuli wa muna ati atoke mungenese ni munyumba amai banakana tine siningagenese mwana munyumba siningagenese mwana munyumba chamene sininga mugenesere munyumba batate bake bazampeza pamene apa baembekezeni.
According to the Child Act of Zambia 2022, child abuse includes physical, sexual, psychological, and mental injury to a child. As at broadcast time, the father and stepmother of the child were picked up by police. Cherish Sibote for Camnet News, Lusaka.
The Civic Forum on Housing and Habitat in Zambia has called for concerted efforts in combating diseases of public health concern, such as cholera. Speaking during the launch of a cure bioenzyme pitlatrine treatment, Forum Executive Director Grace Mtonga calls on community members to regularly treat their septic tanks and pitlatrines to avoid outbreaks of diseases. Meanwhile, Deputy Director at the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development, Brian Siakaweya, has called for more research in response to waterborne diseases. More in this report.
The Zambia National Public Health Institute reported an outbreak of cholera in Lusaka in October 2023. Since then, 1,950 suspected cholera cases have been documented in Lusaka's Kanyama compound, among other townships, according to the Minister of Health. To help mitigate the further escalation of the disease, Civic Forum on Housing and Habitat and Simply Sanitation, working with a Catholic church in Lusaka's Pauline compound, have launched a cure bioenzyme pitlatrine treatment that digests fecal matters. Speaking during the launch program, Forum Executive Director Grace Mtonga called on community members to regularly treat their pitlatrines and septic tanks to avoid the outbreaks of such diseases.
If bioenzyme is making sure that cholera tagonjes, dysentery tagonjes, malaria diseases tagonjes, even contamination, because can be dot yam toilet gamba kusungunika yamusakana na manzi yena kumankala manzi kusakanika
Tinkareni pitlatrine or the septic tank jamenti in a flushing toilet. So, mamene ase nza mufaka futi jamenti mixture mufaka tato mtoilet once a month. Na dose ya mwene kufaka ilipo papake. So mngati mufaka every month na cholera mene ya cholera tizai kakumbaya.
Residents of Lusaka's Bauleni compound are optimistic that Bauleni will never experience any cholera outbreak, as the product has proved to be a solution to their sanitation problems.
To continue as a community to sensitize each other about this product and the benefits, so that community is really clean. So cholera na ilipali ifwe. So it's better we sensitize each and every one of us, so that our surroundings, our toilets are clean, hygiene opoindi, na kanaka order kam toilet, takalebaku.
Yona pedalifu, wanapaka umbinkwala, and it has worked a lot. It has given us a beneficial, and toilet, they are able to come down, jagonsi vija, makazi, machani, naina pants.
So nipe chape kuti nchito yao yamene ipitilize wazititandizira every month or every after 2 months kuti vija vindu zitandizikwa. Chifukwa malo ali mkati mkombo ntambili tilibe malo kuti ngati yazola toilet tena. So isolation amewa naleta ilibu ino maningi niyambikira kwa
after ate 1 weeks na kwa nama. Enzozuwa toilet vange na panzi. Makokolo chikulipa. Times 2 abwa foot. Dilipanzi vamvogwili futhi vangena futhi vadira mu vangena so nyamikira maningi vazibweze bona futhi vazitira zonke babata sure.
The launch was graced by Deputy Director at the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development, Brian Siakaweya.
The product, basically from the testimonies that we have had and the research that was done, is that it reduces the amount, the bulk waste that is in the latrine or in a septic tank. Probably we need a little bit more research there to find out on the byproducts that come out of the reaction with this product and the waste. What comes out of it? Can it be used even for the project?
According to the Ministry of Health, Zambia recorded 100 new cases of cholera with 5 deaths in the last 24 hours, and it's obvious that such interventions are key in mitigating and containing the further spread of the disease. Vincent Piri for Camnet TV News, Lusaka.
The Engineering Institution of Zambia, EIZ, has expressed displeasure on the reoccurring flooding in Lusaka, adding that the issue is a matter of basic engineering. EIZ President Abe Ongandu says poor city planning has led to the flooding situation. Speaking in an interview with Camnet News, Engineer Ngandu has appealed to the government to set aside a budget to permanently address floods-related issues. More in the following report.
These among the main complaints that characterize the rain season in Lusaka due to annual flash floods experienced in the city. This yearly flooding in the city has led to some citizens heap the blame on the engineering institution of Zambia. EIZ President Ebo Ngandu, however, says the institution is equally concerned with the yearly flooding in the city.
Even flyover bridges, you have to make sure that you don't create those embankments. You design the flyover bridges with slabs and columns so that you allow spaces where water can go through easily. But you know that happens when when designs are not coordinated. So you have to be planning. So going forward, I think we hope government can involve more of EIZ so that EIZ can be involved in the planning so that things are done in a more coordinated fashion.
Speaking in an interview with Camnet News, Engineer Ngandu says the institution stands ready to end flooding in the city, urging government to allocate funds to the process.
Hoping that next year the government can put in again, we are appealing to government to put in budgeted amounts so that the issue of flooding is sorted out once and for all. Are we happy at the EIZ? No, we are not happy. Our members, the other thing that I can tell you, our members are free now. They don't have work to do. So members are free, and we are appealing to government to just put into the budget so that our members can go to work.
Meanwhile, the EIZ president has described 2023 as a successful year for the institution, citing the partnership with the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development and advanced efforts to join the International Engineering Alliance.
When a qualified engineering professional from Zambia goes to work in South Africa, he is not allowed to start work immediately, or even if you go to the United States. So you have to be a member of the International Engineering Alliance. So this year we have made actually substantial progress in that in the next 2 to 3 years, Zambia will finally become a member of the International Engineering Alliance.
For Camnet TV News, Afias Kaptula, Lusaka.
Chinika Ward 11 Councillor Masao Tsongoma's office was on Friday morning locked up by his secretary Lebeni Mainza. The closure of public offices joins the many such incidents by aggrieved United Party for National Development members across the country. In a dramatic turn of events, Mr. Mainza took to social media to apologize for his actions and called for unity. Area Member of Parliament Monty Chinkoli has condemned the closure of the councillor's office. More in the following report.
Barely weeks after some Sinda residents in Eastern Province closed the offices of Sinda Council on perceived poor delivery of services, an aggrieved UPND official who is said to be secretary to Chinika Ward 11 Councillor Masao Tsongoma Friday morning locked the councillor's office. The incident was captured live on social media.
President is doing a lot of things. Everything we are talking about is CDF. I'm on the ground talking about CDF. But the idiot Ngoma is misbehaving here. What kind of the councillor is him? How can he block me when I've done the necessity to also benefit? 61,000 is a lot of votes. It's how I wish he was here because I can beat him up and handle him to the police and I have evidence with me. So he has opened the Pandora box which he can't handle. Yesterday he was misbehaving on the cast. The other said he was misbehaving, mentioning my name. What has he done? Nothing. Even this project which was here, no what development committee as a secretary, I didn't sit. We didn't sit. I was not called to say what is happening. So from today, I don't want to be called the word development committee. I'm not interested of a known project which I don't even do. I don't care.
However, it did not take long for Mr. Mainza as he frantically took back to social media to apologize for his actions.
I've reflected after directive from all areas. I'm apologizing for the video which I've made. So I'm seeking send it back to the media. What I did was wrong. I apologize. Please, if you want to repeat it again, let's continue working together as the UPND party. I thank you. I really apologize.
Reacting to the incident, Kanyama Member of Parliament Moti Chinkuli has condemned the closure of the councillor's office.
Lack of that, someone is trying to take over the management of that gentleman who went there to lock the office. And I should commend the police for having not taken a quick response to come and get that. That gentleman is one of those that participated in CPF. He actually benefited from the grants. His group and his other members benefited. Now, for fear of him being questioned as to where or how they raised the money, he started misbehaving like that.
For Camnet TV News, Afias Kaptula, Lusaka.
A Lusaka-based political analyst says the formation of regional groups has been blown out of proportion, as they always have been there. Neo Simutanyi further says the country has had such establishments to champion the welfare of their regions, but there was no noise. Dr. Simutanyi says individuals forming such groupings should not be harshly judged, as it is their rights as long as they operate within the confines of the law. Here's a report.
The formulation of regional groups in some provinces of the country has come under fire, with stakeholders suggesting that the groupings are a bleeding spot for tribalism. Various stakeholders have condemned this move by some individuals who are believed to be seeking political relevance. Among stakeholders who have condemned the formulation of these groupings is the House of Chiefs, which has called on Zambians to uphold unity according to this circular dated December 19th, 2023. However, political analyst Neo Simutanyi says the formulation of regional groupings has been blown out of proportion, as they have always been there.
I don't think that the formation of Mawa should raise eyebrows, because we've had these groupings before. These are cultural associations. From the time of Kaunda, we've had them. We've had a group representing the Tonga-speaking people, the Ila-speaking people, the Lozi-speaking people, the Bunda-speaking, the Chokwe, the Rundas, the Lozis, they call it the Kufuhea Committee. The Kola Foundation is another one, which was formed without much complaint. There were a few comments in the media about them. But I don't think that the formation of the association should cause either.
Dr. Simutanyi says individuals forming such groupings should not be harshly judged, as it is their right as long as they operate within the confines of the law.
I think let's be cautious the way we approach these things, but also in a democracy like ours, where we allow plurality of views, plurality of associations and so forth. The freedom of association is it where there is no reason why we should stop organizations or individuals from certain groups, certain areas like Eastern Province, Northern Province, Western Province, Southern Province and so forth, from forming cultural associations where they talk about issues to do with their regions. This has been raised before. So for me, I see nothing completely wrong with the Umawa organization. The reaction is out of proportion. It's unnecessary. Let them form those associations in line with their rights enshrined in the Constitution.
Recently, regional groupings have emerged in some parts of the country, among them Chundu Chaitwam, Kola Foundation and Umozi Kumawa, raising concerns among many Zambians. Vincent Piri for Camnet TV News, Lusaka.
Zambia's Republican President Hakainde Hichilema has assured that the current economic challenges the country is facing will soon be alleviated. Speaking at an end-of-the-year press briefing Friday, President Hichilema says once the country's debt is restructured, issues of higher cost of living and depreciation of the kwacha will be resolved. Meanwhile, the head of state has disclosed that Mopani, Konkola copper mines and 28 shaft is in Luansha deal has been sealed with an investment of $1.1 billion and is optimistic that jobs will be created. Details in this report.
Amid his concerns of the country's economy underperforming, leading to the continued weakening of the kwacha, with the dollar as of Friday, 22nd December 2023, trading between 25 kwacha 18 ngwe and 25 kwacha 67 ngwe. Zambia's Republican President HICHILEMA has recognized the current economic hardships and assured to address them by 2024. Addressing the media Friday, President HICHILEMA says his administration is making strides to ensure the living standards of citizens are uplifted. He says once the country's debt is restructured, the country's economic trends will be addressed because the deal entails that the country will save up to $6 billion, which is key to addressing the socio-economic challenges of the country.
In the statement, I talked about us being able to turn around the economy from the minus 2.8% growth to 4.3 projected this year, and we believe we'll be getting there, and then to bigger numbers next year. That's a plan. So that we flip the coin on the assumption that we'll close the debt restructuring, which is really hamstrung us. Even the things that we've said here, the free education, the roads we're talking about, the other infrastructure, it's just because we're in jail. But to avoid that knife edge way of living, our focus will be to grow the economy. Investments, trade, prudence, lowering the costs at which we do things in government, driving.
In his end-of-the-year address to the media in Lusaka, the head of state also disclosed that government has sealed a deal with International Resources Holding, RSC Limited, which will see an investment of $1.1 billion into Mopani copper mine, and is optimistic that jobs will be created.
The Mopani transaction has been signed. Volumes: Mopani, KCM, Shaft 28, 1.5 billion in Shaft 28, all of that stuff. Copper belt will be back where it should have been, and more. So today, in confirming what has already been announced, the Mopani transaction has a cover value of $1.1 billion. That's the cover value.
The president has also called for hard work among citizens for the country to develop. For now, citizens hope for better days to come. Nelson Zulu for Camnet News, Lusaka.
Meanwhile, President HICHILEMA has distanced himself from the allegations that he is behind the confusion in the former ruling party, the Patriotic Front. Addressing the media Friday, President HICHILEMA says the PF has always been associated with what he termed as mayhem amid succession disputes. Meanwhile, the head of state has assented the Access to Information Bill into law, opening a new chapter towards enhancing transparency and accountability in national governance. Details in this report.
The country's political scene has seen factions emerge in the former ruling Patriotic Front, and the Edgar Lungu faction have consistently alleged that the factions within the party are being fueled by the current administration. The top leadership of the former ruling Patriotic Front has heaped allegations of PF faction president Mao Sampa of being sponsored by the current party in power UPND, despite several positions from the powers that be that the factions are not championed by them. Zambia's #1 citizen, HICHILEMA, has dismissed allegations that the confusion in the PF is state-sponsored. President HICHILEMA says it is not possible for him to fuel confusion in the PF because he is not a member, further describing the factions as a mayhem from the past years.
But law and order is not equivalent to anarchy. The day you become president, my friend, you realize you are responsible for both sides of the coin. Democracy and space is two sides of the coin. Where your rights end, someone else's rights start. Honestly speaking, PF have their own systems and processes. And they've not started today.
While addressing the media Friday, the head of state also dismissed allegations of sidelining Vice President Motalena Lumango and indicates that those still championing the Alebwelelapo agenda should not engage in corruption because, under the new mode, corruption cases will be tried within 5 months.
Briefing is not mine. I need a political rally to tell you that this is wrong. Don't use me. I know what I do, I know what I think, I'm capable of making my own decisions. You can't use me. I am a Zambian. That's who I am. I hope you know me a little today. Thank you.
Meanwhile, President HICHILEMA has signed the Access to Information Bill, which has been dragging for about 23 years, into law.
We are now witnessing a historical event where His Excellency the President is signing the ATI into law. From henceforth, this is no longer a bill, but access to information in Zambia is law.
The head of state has also advised opposition political parties in the country to be partners in development by providing ideas to challenges and cautioned UPND cadres against engaging in illegal activities.
No, citizens, no. That will not be tolerated. Not be tolerated. Let's work within the law. That's how civilized societies work, within the law. So there's no political party leader, there's no party member or leader of any party, there's no civil society. I must say it here, Vice President, there's no pastor, there's no bishop who breaks the law and believes that they will run to the church to protect them. The law does not recognize a pastor and a reverend, a bishop, including an elder like me in the church.
President HICHILEMA has also committed to ensure the bottlenecks in CDF are addressed as he notes the slow uptake of the program. Nelson Zulu for Camnet News, Lusaka.
The presidential campaign team in Lusaka province has hailed President Hakainde Hichilema for addressing the nation. Provincial campaign team chairperson Bishop Burden Mfungwe says the president took a bold step to face the nation and tell the nation the progress the government has scored in the last 2 years. Speaking in an interview with Camnet News, Bishop Mfungwe has urged citizens and the opposition to heed the head of state's call for unity in the country.
We appreciate the president. We are happy and we are humbled that it has lessened our burden of civic educating other people because they have now heard for themselves what the president has done. When we look, he has touched many sectors. He has touched the sector of CDF and the local government. He has touched the sector of health sector. He has also touched corruption. The most important thing that we as Zambians and the new administration and our president is fighting corruption. And corruption cannot be fought by one person. We are all supposed to fight corruption together with the president. Therefore, we are going to support the president with the vision of fighting corruption, and we are going to support him fully.
This is Camnet Television Main News. We'll take a break. Join us for more news after this break.
Potatoes, the unsung heroes of flavor. From crispy chips to creamy mash, potatoes are the versatile superstars of your kitchen. Grown with love by our dedicated workforce drawn from around the community of Palavana. Savenda Farm's commitment is to see to it that we have potatoes that are grown right, healthy, big and tasty. For that quick fix or big celebration or that meal that brings family together, top chefs rely on the Savenda potato to create culinary masterpieces. And for others, it's that icebreaker to a delightful conversation. So, embrace the magic of Savenda potatoes. They're not just a side dish, they're the heart and soul of your kitchen. Savenda, save nations, develop Africa.
Introducing Darren B, a touch of class. Are you looking for the perfect place to elevate your style and glam up? Look no further. Darren B Touch of Class is your one-stop destination for hair and makeup transformation. Walk into Darren B and walk out feeling like a star. Your transformation starts here. Call us on 0772 870 588 or WhatsApp on 0972 049 213 to book your appointment today. Payments are made via mobile money or point-of-sale machine. Strictly no cash payments. We are located along Mossy Road in Ibex Hill, 4th close on the left after Kalikiliki Police Post. At Darren B, we pride ourselves on our team of dedicated and trained personnel ready to pamper both women and children. Darren B is open 7 days a week from 0720 hours to 1740 hours. From trendy hairstyles and stylish makeovers to flawless makeup, we do it all. Darren B, a touch of class.
Water is life. Each drop counts and each must be cherished. Our tried and tested product meets all international standards. With our smart drip technology, we aim to deliver precision irrigation designed to reduce blockage and wastage, ensuring a high yield. Rain Glow, your smart irrigation partner.
Welcome back. We continue with the news. Some farmers in Lupososhi district of Northern Province have called on the government to consider increasing the number of inputs under the Farmer Input Support Program. One of the farmers, Pamela Ngandwe, says current numbers of inputs are unable to meet his farming needs. Another farmer, Daniel Musonda, has also appealed to government to quickly spearhead the agricultural loan scheme so that eligible farmers can benefit. Mr. Msonda, who is also a secretary of the local cooperative, says the planting season is almost over, hence the need for government to provide a roadmap for the program in question. Meanwhile, District Commissioner Simon Mwenya has expressed happiness with farmers' adherence to FISP distribution guidelines compared to what transpired during the last farming season. More in the following report.
The distribution of farming inputs in Lupososhi district of Northern Province has advanced. This was established during the recent tour of 7 agricultural camps in the district by the District Commissioner Simon Mwenya. The farmers found collecting inputs held government for continuing the program but called for increased input allocation.
Ero kuirishanya afyo inende irishana kwa kwebati bana abantu abashere abashari pa ma ATC abena baleka bila nabo bali makoso abantu bale irishanya ko bachawe utumufundo nga bafushishe kuna ifo okusuka twashita ku benefit fwe bashere kwena mkwa ifunde kwena twali concrete kwa ali ukwakana.
Speaking on behalf of other cooperatives, Kamfuse Cooperative Secretary Daniel Msonda appealed to government to actualize the agricultural loan scheme in the district.
Mufunde twalipo kapanshite isuma no bulimi buli obusumanganshi no mbatu aliko atako isubyo limoyo twashire sambilishiwa ili ayi ati window shani loan amaloni ayo buteko ubikireko ayakupera ngapwema small scale farmers ati kuli abo abashaba pama ATC kwena abantu abengi bali kitako ama apply so abantu bena balolela fye nangu mufima kuba shitama apply abashati ma ATC balolela fye so ba DC mwebuteko bwesu ndepo ya mtu webeko nga chakwe bati fintu file chitika.
Meanwhile, Lupososhi District Commissioner Mr. Mwenya has expressed happiness with the harmony which has characterized the 2023-24 distribution of farming inputs in the district.
They did the local arrangement while the agriculture coordinator explained to them, but according to them, they were saying, no, we were just feeling have come across with in my tour of duty is that some camps, like we have 7 camps in Lupososhi district, and farmers are complaining that most of the camps are too vast, so they are requesting that if we can divide them so that they can be moving in short distances, of which my office is aware.
The district commissioner has since urged farmers in the area to take advantage of the good rainfall pattern and cultivate enough food. For Camnet TV News, Afias Kaptula.
Good Time Steel says it will continue investing in the Zambian market due to the favorable economy and the continued peace in the country. GTS Chief Executive Officer Jackie Huang says his company has enjoyed the favorable business environment in the country since its inception. He says the company will strive to ensure that it motivates its workers in order to get the maximum input. He says his company understands and appreciates the role of a motivated workforce in the development of the company. He said this when he presented Christmas hampers to about 1,000 workers at Good Time Steel. We have details in the following report.
Good Time Steel, Zambia's largest steel producing company, employs over 1,000 workers from Lusaka's Kanyama constituency and beyond. The company believes that a motivated worker is a critical catalyst for the productivity of the company and the nation as a whole. Christmas is a time for giving and sharing, and for these workers at Good Time Steel, Christmas has come early as they have received hampers that included mealie meal, sugar, cooking oil, among other commodities. Company Human Resource Manager Brian Kapembwa says as per company policy, they will continue to motivate workers in order to maximize their input.
The company will continue to motivate its employees in order to meet its goals. Once employees are motivated and management are hoping that productivity shall increase and improve. Therefore, I'm going to show all my fellow employees today management every year shall continue to award the Christmas hampers. Just some 2 weeks ago we had some awards for Labor Day. But management wishes to assure you that every year, Labor Day, employees will be awarded for Labor Day, and also for Christmas, employees shall be awarded each and every year.
And company general manager Jackie Johan says the company will continue to invest in Zambia due to its favorable business environment and the peace it continues to enjoy.
As a leading steel manufacturer, we'll continue to invest in Zambia. Every year we'll invest something because we are very confident with the Zambia market and very confident with Zambia investment environment and very confident with our employees.
Garden Park Ward 10 Councillor Gerard Samboko says Good Time Steel has contributed significantly to the development of the ward and job creation.
It is a company that is not only there to make profit, but to also benefit the residents, including you employees. Without such a company, I am even wondering where you'd be, how we're going to survive. But we really appreciate for providing employment to these workers. And I want to continue encouraging you, even as I know that more workers are yet to be employed because of the massive investment that is coming forward. And I want to give thanks to you, even as you continue doing that. May you please continue looking after these employees well. They are the core partners to the development of this business.
I'd like to present my humble gratitude to the management of the company for the gifts that it is giving to its bona fide employees of the company. We are saying thank you very much.
Cherish Siwote for Camnet News, Lusaka.
The Lusaka City Council, LCC, has demolished illegal makeshift restaurants in Lusaka's Thorn Park area, commonly known as Matebeto, in responding to the cholera outbreak in some parts of the city. LCC Public Relations Manager Chola Mwamba says the makeshift stores erected around Kabelenga, Nipa Industrial Area and Chandu Musonda Road were also brought down. The local authority has since appealed to members of the public to uphold high levels of hygiene to prevent the scourge of cholera.
We have intensified our cholera response operation by raising down illegal makeshift restaurants in Lusaka's Thornpark area, commonly known as Matebeto. Makeshift stores erected around Kabelenga, Nipa Industrial Area and Chandum Sonda Road were also brought down yesterday. The operation is being spearheaded by our Department of City Planning and Public Health, and this is being done in a bid to curb further spread of cholera, especially that illegal makeshift stores in question were erected in spaces lacking basic sanitation and waste disposal facilities. Having conducted this operation successfully with the Zambia Police, Lusaka City Council would like to place on record its strong intent and desire to restore order and sanity in the city by bringing to book those perpetrating the illegality. We are therefore appealing to members of the public to work together with the local authority. We need to fight cholera together.
We'll take our second and final break. Join us for international sports news after the break.
Introducing Darren B, a touch of class. Are you looking for the perfect place to elevate your style and glam up? Look no further. Darren B Touch of Class is your one-stop destination for hair and makeup transformation. Walk into Darren B and walk out feeling like a star. Your transformation starts here. Call us on 0772 870 588 or WhatsApp on 0972 049 213 to book your appointment today. Payments are made via mobile money or point-of-sale machine. Strictly no cash payments. We are located along Mossy Road in Ibex Hill, fourth close on the left after Kalikiliki Police Post. At Darren B, we pride ourselves on our team of dedicated and trained personnel ready to pamper both women and children. Darren B is open 7 days a week from 0720 hours to 1740 hours. From trendy hairstyles and stylish makeovers to flawless makeup, we do it all. Darren B, a touch of class.
Water is life. Each drop counts and each must be cherished. Our tried and tested product meets all international standards. With our smart drip technology, we aim to deliver precision irrigation designed to reduce blockage and wastage, ensuring a high yield. Rain Glow, your smart irrigation partner.
Welcome back. And now in international news, Ghana's parliament has marked a historic milestone by legalizing cannabis cultivation for medical and industrial purposes, aligning with the global momentum embracing the multifaceted benefits of cannabis. This groundbreaking decision, made on December 14, 2023, grants the Interior Minister the authority to issue licenses, ushering in a transformative era in Ghana's cannabis regulations. Ghana's commitment to realizing cannabis potential was underscored by the passage of the Narcotics Control Commission Act 2020, Act number 1019. This move aligns with the global wave of countries harnessing the potential of the cannabis industry, which was estimated to be worth $30 billion in global GDP in January 2022. Here's a roundup of international news for more.
Ghana's parliament has marked a historic milestone by legalizing cannabis cultivation for medical and industrial purposes, embracing the multifaceted benefit of cannabis.
This couldn't have happened at a better time, and this is going to be a very significant industry to establish. It's a game-changing industry.
This move aligns with a global wave of countries harnessing the potential of the cannabis industry, which was estimated to be worth $30 billion in global GDP in January 2022. Experts claim that if the cannabis industry is properly managed and regulated along the value chain, Ghana's economic issues may be remedied because cannabis has the capacity to flourish in every part of the country.
It's a step in the right direction, and we want to encourage government to engage
the private sector, especially indigenous companies that are well equipped and, technically inclined to help, create the necessary blockages and the loopholes that have existed in other areas around the world.
The groundbreaking decision made on December 14, 2023, grants the Interior Minister the authority to issue licenses, ushering in a transformative era in Ghana's cannabis regulations. Ghana's commitment to realizing cannabis potential was underscored by the passage of the Narcotics Control Commission Act 2020.
Electricity that the sources we produce are known. We are unable to police the amount of electricity we produce in this country. You are now talking about giving license to people to produce weed. Ghana is blessed enough with gold, diamond, everything. In fact, just recently we passed e-levy. None of this is able to save our country.
Licensing covers the entire spectrum of cannabis-related activities, including cultivation, processing, distribution, sale, import, and export. As Ghana embarks on this transformative journey, the country stands at the forefront of cannabis industry development in Africa. As the holiday season approaches, Nigerians are facing a harsh reality as the economic crisis deepens, putting a damper on festive celebrations. In Lagos, a crowd gathers in the scorching sun at the Assumption Church waiting for the distribution of food items just days before Christmas.
The rate of poverty, the rate of need is increasing by the day. Of course, we know the inflation rate, we know the dollar to the naira. It's really, really crazy, and people are finding it very difficult. Even the rich themselves are also complaining, and how much more the poor. And so this has given a great rise to the number of people that we have to attend to this year compared to previous years.
The economic challenges stem from ambitious reforms initiated by the president. The repercussions of these economic shifts are keenly felt as Nigerians prepare for the holiday season. In the market like Obalende, traders report slower business due to the exorbitant prices, making the festive atmosphere seem distant.
If I have money to buy presents, I will use it to buy rice now for us to eat. There is no money for price, then I will not have money for presents. Price is 1, 2. So if I have money to buy that present, I think I should use it to buy rice. There's no money for presents. No money for presents for the children. They will just manage anything they see.
Money is not circulating in the economy, so I'm buying less. I have to buy this because my daughter is pregnant and I need to buy some clothes for her for Christmas and the grandchildren. I'm buying less for myself because there's so much money to spend, so I'm not buying anything for myself. I'm buying for my daughter and my grandchildren. What I'm doing right now. So that's why we are buying the basic food. People are focusing on food, which is essential. They're not buying clothing. Is a luxury.
Despite the government's efforts to subsidize bus ticket prices, enabling families to reunite during the holidays, the overall sentiment is one of financial strain.
In our sports news tonight, Chelsea must wait a while longer before Christopher Nkunku is ready to start, manager Mauricio Pochettino said on Friday after the versatile forward returned from a knee injury and made his debut for the club this week. The France international played in Tuesday's League Cup win over Newcastle United after 4 months out with a knee injury. SuperSport reports that Pochettino told reporters the 26-year-old, who cost Chelsea £52 million in the closed season, needs more time. Pochettino advocated a similar approach for the recovery of defender Reece James, who recently underwent hamstring surgery. Romeo Lavia, Noni Madueke and Leslie Ogochukwu have returned to full training as 10th-placed Chelsea seek to end a 3-match away game losing streak against 13th-placed Wolves. The manager also backs Chelsea's statement committing to UEFA competitions following Thursday's European Court of Justice ruling that the UEFA and FIFA contravened EU law when they prevented the formation of a Super League. Chelsea have the opportunity to end December on a high note by beating Wolves, Crystal Palace and Luton Town over the next 7 days. To end Camnet News, top stories once again. President Hakainde Hichilema tells off the PF as he outlines Zambia's economic prospects. Divergent views continue on the formation of regional tribal groupings in Zambia. UPND members continue locking council offices, citing poor service delivery. In international news, Ghana legalizes cannabis cultivation for medical and industrial use. In sports news, Chelsea seeks to end the year on a high note in the English Premier League. Our Camnet verse of the day is coming from the book of Luke 1 verse 68. Praise be to the Lord, the God of Israel, because he has come to his people and redeemed them. My name is Jeffrey Ziambo, and thanks for watching Camnet Television News. Bye-bye.